everybody, this is PJ Riley from Lancaster Archery. Got a product video for you today. We wanted to tell you about the Prime Shift-Lock integrated quiver. So this is a quiver that is Prime branded. It is basically the tight spot shift lock, but it is Prime branded in that the attachment for this quiver is designed specifically for the 2023 Prime Rev X bow. Prime quivers going forward from 2023 on will have the connection point designed for this quiver, but it's got to be the 2023 bows and later. That is going to be able to receive this there. And essentially what it is you're going to have a threaded hole right back here. You can see I already have my mount on the bow, but there is a threaded hole right on the back side of the riser, and that's what my mount is connected to right there. It is a quick detach system, so I'm just going to take my quiver, and it has a dovetail in it right here, and so I'm just going to take that when I go to put it on the bow, put it right in there, and it has this nice big oversized lever. And just pushing that down there, that really locks this quiver into place. It's super handy, ergonomic. You know, you get up into the tree stand, flip that lever, pop the quiver off, hang it in your stand. It does have this nice big loop back here so you can hang it from a bow hook in the tree. Comes time to go out, pop that in, snap the lever down, and it is locked solidly into place. Again, with that integrated mount, that special Prime branded integrated mount, you can see how tight this quiver sits to the bow. Let me flip it around forward as well. Nice and tight. That's kind of the trend these days. We're trying to get things tight to the bow. We don't want them sticking out so far. This sits right up against it. And what you're going to notice is, look how far back it sits. So one of the places where we usually have issues with quivers, typically they sit up over the, right over top of the riser. Well, then you have to get around your sight. If you've got like one of those HHAs or a spot hog, something with a big knob here, you got to extend that quiver out from the bow to get around those connections. But with the Prime Shift Lock, it's just moves it backward. You can see it's actually more in line with the cables and the string than it is the riser. So just by moving it back, you're able to tuck it in closer. And actually I've shot with these quivers on, and what I found is the balance is nicer having them back over the cables. Just at full draw, it feels a lot more comfortable. Of course, this is a detachable quiver. It's designed to take the quiver off when you get into the tree stand, but if you do have to take a shot with it on, I found they balance nicer by moving that quiver back towards the bowstring. But the quiver itself, let's talk about that. So it is a 5-arrow quiver, and it's going to have your 2 Bulldog grippers. Now, what's unique about the Bulldog grippers is these devices right here. You can see these wedges. There's going to be 4 wedges in there. You can see the Allen screw there. So by putting an Allen key in there and driving these wedges in or out, what I'm doing is affecting the gripping action of your arrow seats. So what that allows you to do is you can change how tightly your arrows sit in there. As you're changing arrow diameters, let's say you're shooting a standard, 22/16 Easton, and then you're going to go down to like a 4 millimeter, 1/66 diameter arrow, something really small. You don't have to change the gripper here. You just drive that wedge in or out, and it's going to be able to contain whatever size arrow you're going to run in there. Now you're going to notice on the front here, you're going to see 4 of these arrows sitting in the traditional style to where you pull them out. And then you're going to have this one at the front end is at an angle. That's considered like a quick draw position for your arrow, so that if your quiver is mounted on the bow, or even if it's in the tree, it's just at a handier position to get that arrow out if you have to take a quick follow-up shot. So just a different position for that one arrow so you can get it out quickly. Now on the back here, why do we call this the shift lock? So this quiver, you can see it is in this position here. I can also extend it. I've got 9 inches of adjustment for the length of this quiver. So on the front, I'm going to have these 2 screws right here. If I loosen those, I can extend this quiver out. So being able to extend that out, you know, if you are just someone who wants to have more security, the farther apart you can get these arrow grippers, kind of the more stable and quieter your arrows sit. When they're closer together, you've got a lot of arrows sticking out of the quiver so they can rattle around. This is just more secure where you can stretch it out. Or if you have super long arrows, let's say you got 30, 31 inch long arrows, you know, you just want to have a quiver. You want to be able to adjust that quiver to better accommodate your arrows. So up in the hood, there are a series of stars, 5 stars. This is a 5-arrow quiver. Each one of those stars, that's where you're going to put the point of your arrow seating up in there. It is a rubber seat, so you're going to be able to, you know, stick your broadhead up in there and sink it a little bit to really hold it. And then the whole inside of the quiver is rubber as well. So that just keeps that quiver nice and quiet as compared to a plasticky outside, you know. Just a lot quieter when you've got that rubber lining in there. So that if something did happen, let's say your arrows shifted down and they did start to rattle around in there, by having that rubber containment, it's not going to be anywhere near as loud as if it were just plastic. All right, so that is the Prime Shift-Lock integrated quiver. Great quiver from the folks at Tight Spot, but brought to you by Prime, designed specifically for those 2023 and later Prime bows. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click that bell to get notifications whenever we put out new videos. As always, if you have any questions, you can visit us at LancasterArchery.com.